everybody, I'm back for video 11. At some point I'll stop saying the numbers, but I just think it's kind of fun to figure out which one I'm on and my progress. So here we are. Today I kind of wanted to talk about the feeling of joy and how we can manufacture and create any feeling we want at any time. And when we're manifesting, we are wanting to manifest because we want something to create a feeling. So you can literally close your eyes and imagine what you want, and your body and brain think that it's actually happening. And I used to do this with clients. I would have them sit there and imagine something, or assign them homework to do this on their own, and have them imagine something that they want and get them to really feel it. That is the secret to all of this, is feeling. Just like Neville Goddard's book, Feeling is the Secret, which I recommend reading. It's awesome. I may go into some teachings about that because I love it so much. But when you feel something, it makes the imaginal scene in your mind very, very potent, very powerful. And so always keep in mind that you're only wanting something because you want to feel something. If you really look back at everything you've ever wanted, when you got it, you created a feeling from having it. And so what you can do is go inside your mind, close your eyes, and imagine what it would feel like to have what you want right now. Because in that moment, you technically have it. It's right there. And you just imagine it so much that you can actually feel what it would feel like. So if you want a brand new house, go in your house and walk around and look around, touch things. What does it smell like? What does it feel like to be in the house? Pretend like you're sleeping in the bed. Like when you go to sleep tonight and you want to be somewhere else, imagine that you're already there. And what would that feel like? And if you do that so many times, it creates a memory in your mind that you can actually go back to, and your brain thinks that it actually happened. And so you can go back to that feeling over and over. And really what it comes down to, what I've always thought of is, what if I didn't have anything? What if I had nothing? What would I do with myself? Like, how would I feel? And I always thought, like, this was before I knew about manifestation and before I was a therapist and everything. I used to think, like, what would it be like to just have nothing? And could you be happy having nothing? And it was just always a question I wondered about. And the truth is you can. And I think that's so cool because we don't need anything outside of ourselves to create joy or happiness or love or anything. We are joy, we are love. And we are not taught this. And so when you remember who you truly are, which is pure love and pure joy, then everything radiates from there. So my best advice for manifesting things is to actually really create a very vivid scene that feels so real that you're just smiling through imagining it. And then when you're done, it's like, oh, wow, what a relief. Wow, I've got this thing. This is so cool. And so you just kind of act like you have that thing all day long, whatever it is. When you're leaving your house tomorrow morning, you wake up and you leave, pretend like you're leaving the big castle you want to live in, or whatever, wherever you want to be. There's also a technique that Neville Goddard talks about, like you say, I remember when. And I've heard this before, but I watched a video today where it like really hit me how this actually works. So it's almost like you create a scene and then you say, I remember when I used to be, living in a house I didn't want to live in, or I remember when my bank account was negative all the time and now it's not. And it actually takes you back, almost like you're creating a past, like you already have these memories of your bank account, like it might be negative right now, and you have a memory of that right now. So you basically go into your mind, create the imaginal scene, pretend like you're at the end. You maybe like, if you want to get married, picture you and your wife or husband, maybe you're shopping and you've been together for 6 months and you're just out at Target or something and you're just having a great time and you're shopping and you're going to dinner, and you just very vividly imagine, what are you eating? What are you buying? What are you saying to each other? Like, create laughter and like this scene, and then maybe say to each other, like, man, I remember when our bank account was negative. Oh my gosh. And it just adds to it where you almost have to trick your mind. I've been telling people this for years. It's not magic. It's just you're only tricking your mind to think that it's right where you want it to be, because every second of the day, it's basically doing what you tell it to do. So if you are imagining something or you're actually living it right now, your brain doesn't know the difference. So you can literally be delusional about it and just say, yeah, I'm a billionaire. I'm doing, I've got flying monkeys in the backyard that are my pets. Anything you want to say, just have fun with it. The whole point is to like get you out of your 3D reality that's bothering you and put you into a different mental state. That's really all that it is. It's just a shift of state. And then you can work on your identity. Who do I want to be? In this imaginal act, I created myself to be a millionaire. Okay, so how would a millionaire act during their day? What do you think they would act like? Some millionaires act from scarcity. So you don't want to do that. You want to act from abundance and be like, yeah, I can buy anything. I feel at ease. I feel free. I feel like I can do anything I want whenever I want to. And you just kind of create these feelings, and they're just a distraction from the 3D reality, which I've said is like chewed up bubble gum. It doesn't have any flavor left. Like, why even engage with it? It just isn't even worth it. And another thing to remember is when you're trying to manifest, like, sometimes people get really, really frustrated with the process of it. And just don't beat yourself up about it. It's just a process, and it's supposed to be fun, because we're manifesting 24/7. Everything around you is being manifested, like every second of the day. And so when we do it more deliberately, and we're creating deliberately in our minds an imaginal scene, which I love inner conversations. I love having a conversation with somebody and just having it go exactly how I wanted it to go. If you will just trust your vision, even if you see no evidence. I have on my wall, it says, create knowings with no evidence, to remind myself. You have to create something that you just know. Just like your first name is whatever your first name is. You want to create a knowing about what you're wanting and tunnel vision it. Do not ignore the clowns around you. Like I said in my last video, ignore all the clowns and ignore the flying monkeys that are around. Like, true to yourself, true to your vision, because you deserve it. And this goes back to self-love. And I think that, a lot of people talk about you have to have a good self-concept in order to keep the manifestation, because sometimes we can get the manifestation, we just can't keep the manifestation. And we want to keep it. We don't really want to have it come in and then it goes away because we feel undeserving. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done on self-concept sometimes, depending on, where you're at. But I think that it really comes down to unconditionally loving yourself too. I think that's a big piece. I have found that a lot of people that I've talked to do not love themselves, or they're like, yeah, I kind of like myself, but I don't really love myself. And so that's something I'll be talking about too, I think. It's so important, and it is definitely a daily practice, and it's really, it's something that, again, we're not taught to love ourselves. People are like, how do I love myself? And it's just a practice. It's almost like affirming daily does help, but I find that looking in your own eyes in the mirror really helps a lot. And there's like EFT tapping out there and EMDR. Like I said, I'm going to put some meditations on my channel, some more meditations that are more EMDR kind of stuff, and bilateral beats and things like that, but or binaural beats. But the tapping, I'm probably going to do some tapping videos. I've recently started doing that, and it's so fun, and it has just opened up a whole new fun thing for me to try that I never really tried before. I learned it in my doctoral program, but I never really did anything with it. So I might pull out those papers and kind of talk to you guys about it, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, self-love is something that I feel like everybody should have anyway, whether you're in the, trying to manifest or not. Like, it's it's very important that you love yourself so that you can love others. And if you're in the feeling of love, nothing can upset you. That's another thing. And so I'll talk about the emotional guidance scale again. I know I keep saying that, but it's love is at the very top. That is the top frequency that you can be at, is love and appreciation. And if you can get yourself up there each day, just to feel like 1% better. Like if you have a bad thought, try to think of something just 1% better. Like, I think I can start thinking a thought that's 1% better than what I'm thinking right now. That's 1% better right there. You've done a great job. And you just try to get yourself up the scale to love, which is at the top. And if you can't feel love necessarily, what can I appreciate? What do I have around me that I can appreciate right now? What's something that I can appreciate about myself? And so something else that you can do, of course, is affirmations. So like you can say, I am lovable, I am powerful, I am worth loving. If you can't say I'm lovable about yourself yet, which will get you there for sure, you say, I think I could see myself as being lovable someday, once I work on this or that. But the truth is that you're pure love anyway. You just have to convince yourself. You're literally only convincing yourself. And remember that anything that you want, it's just you keeping it from you, no matter what. It's always you against you. And that was something that really helped me get through things too. I was like, oh, this is just me against me. That means that nobody can affect me. I'm doing this. And I was just like, man, this is great, because now I'm empowered to do better for myself. How great, So I will end here, but I want you to practice doing mirror work. Look in the mirror and say, I love you, and see if you can do that. Or say, I think I can say I love you maybe tomorrow or next week, or, oh wow, I really have pretty eyes. Just say something nice to yourself. Quit saying all the crap to yourself. I know all of you probably have beaten yourself up for one thing at least this week. Stop that. Like, no, don't do that anymore. That's abusing yourself. And some of you have probably been abused in your past. Don't do this anymore to yourself. Stop it today. Stop the self-abuse. You don't deserve it. You never did. And let's start creating the life that you really, really want, instead of the crap that you've got right now that you don't want. That's all you have to do. You either are doing it or you're not doing it. You're it or you're not it. You've got it or you don't have it. So you get to decide. And it's only up to you to convince yourself that you are all of these things and that you have all these things. So it's just you against you. And isn't that great? Like, you have all the control in the world. So have fun, do your mirror work, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about maybe some tapping tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got something great out of this, and I'll be back later. Bye.